Good morning, everybody. I'm Valentina, Oliviero, project manager at CUEIM. I want to say hello to Caterina. I'm here with Gaetano Zarlanga, managing director of CUEIM, and Tiziana Campisi, working for MedArtSal for CUEIM too. And I want to briefly introduce you before starting our interview. We know you are an experienced project manager here representing CONISMA, the National Inter-University Consortium for Marine Science and lead partner of the Interreg Med Blue Growth community. We know that the Interreg Med Blue Growth project was one of the horizontal projects of the previous program Interreg Med, belongs to the second phase of INA Blue Growth project, and more in general is a capitalization and communication project for blue economy innovation in the Mediterranean. And our intent today is to focus on the common values and synergies opportunity between our project, MedArtSal on the end, and Blue Growth Community Project on the other. My first question is about your recent participation at COP27, namely to take part to the workshop promoting green and blue growth innovation in the Mediterranean. And so my first question is, which are, according to you, the circular economy best practices you consider more relevant to efficiently face the climate change?
Yes, thank you, Valentina. I want to first of all thank you all for this opportunity to present the Blue Growth community to a broader public. And to discuss about the collaboration and the synergies that can be also promoted in the future program between our organizations and our projects. Well, as you know, the project, the communities as intended in the old program period, the one that will be closed in the next days, is now ending. So this experience ends with the program period, and we wait for the future communities. In any case, it has been a great occasion to close this experience with the participation, as you said, to COP27. So some communities of the 8 communities that worked during these 7 years, some communities have been invited to contribute to COP27 last month in November. And we, as Blue Growth community, we cooperated with the Green community, the Green Growth community, for organizing this workshop. You asked me about the best practices that we presented. For a question of time, of course, we had the possibility to present only some tools that have been adapted, tested, and in some case capitalized during the 7 years. So we had the possibility to choose and to present only 2 tools coming from 2 projects, one from the Blue Growth community and the other one from the Green Growth community. Namely, these 2 projects are Blue Phasma and Rain Waste. So we presented for Blue Phasma project the circularity self-assessment tool, and for the rain waste many circular solutions tested in 3 sectors: so horticulture, dairy, and meat. In the case of the project Blue Phasma, the horizontal project, so it means the community itself, succeeded also to capitalize the self-assessment tool and other results of the project, for example, by signing a memorandum of understanding with the Portuguese region of Alentejo that committed to adopt the tested tools in the implementation of the future operational programs. During the COP27, other contributions have been provided by the involved communities, especially putting in evidence the great contribution of the European Territorial Cooperation and the Euromed Interreg program in particular in promoting circular policies in the Med area and beyond.
Okay, thank you very much. So, climate change effects are crucial both for the Interreg Med program, but also the NECBC Med program, but there is something more, the community value, I will say so. So, along the years, MedArtSal project has even built a community of artisanal salt pans, and you have got this experience, great experience with the Interreg Blue Group project. How do you think this approach, the community approach, could support capitalization models even in the future? How could it allow to bring the result to become impact, according to you?
Yes, thank you for this question. Indeed, I think that I can speak about the experience around the Interreg Med and maybe the future Euromed communities. We can say that the idea of working through horizontal project has proved successful in the past, in the recent past. The 8 communities in the Med program during the period 14-20 have worked for creating synergies and for capitalizing results. In the future, in the next program period, this strategy has been upscaled and has become a part of the governance process itself. The governance process of the whole program through a structured strategy, the so-called amplification strategy. In a broader sense, this strategy is part of the objective of better governance of cooperation itself, which concerns both policy governance and multi-sectoral, transnational territorial governance. Of course, these two parts, these two phases are interrelated, such as all future projects will contribute to in different ways, more or less directly, to the issue of policy and territorial governance. The amplification strategy also through the role of the communities in the future will more than before facilitate the exploration, the sharing, the reuse of knowledge, of experiences, of project results, not only in the area of the program, so in this case of the Interreg Euromed, but also beyond, also through cooperation and synergies with other programs. And of course, it will promote the production of relevant work. Moreover, it encourages the transfer of practices and the results to other actors and to other territories, and their integrations in the local, regional, national, European policies. And finally, it will increase the coordination between actors acting in the Mediterranean, multi-level actors, transnational actors, based on these knowledge, experience, and the results that are the core of the cooperation.
Yes, very interesting insights. And I take the advantage of this last sentence to connect to the last, the third question. Is about capitalization, transferring of knowledge and competencies and experience, but also diversification. With MedArtSal, we are working on diversification on salt pans development opportunities, and tourism is one of the promoted options among its salt pans. And we know that Blue Growth has got among its pillars even the sustainable tourism one. We got, for instance, the example of a Blue Island project. So it's a sustainable approach to tourism. So I take the advantage of this occasion to ask you, what would you suggest to MedArtSal to pursue its further touristic ambitions in a sustainable way?
Well, as you know, in the panorama of the Interreg Med, the sustainable tourism was a community, a specific community. But it's also true that within the Blue Growth strategy, in general, we have to consider also sustainable tourism as one of the components. So in this sense, we know that the Blue Growth strategy is the long-term strategy to support sustainable growth in the marine and maritime sectors as a whole. Now, the strategy itself is considered to be based on three fundamental axes: the knowledge of the marine environment, the maritime spatial planning, and the integrated maritime surveillance. The blue economy, which is of course a big part of the strategy, has diverse components, including also the established traditional ocean industries like fisheries, but also tourism, and then of course also new sectors like, for example, the marine renewable energies, etc. In our Blue Growth community, the sustainable tourism has been transversal issues in some projects. Being a community of projects, our community had to follow the sectors and the teams related to the activities of the members. Nevertheless, we have touched the component of the sustainable tourism with some important contributions. One example is the publication in April of this year of the guidelines for the sustainability of cruises and recreational boating in the Mediterranean region. This attention to this specific sector has been expressed also in a part of the policy recommendations that have been produced by our community as a contribution to the European Commission communication that has been published last year in May on a new approach for a sustainable blue economy in the EU. Specifically, these policy recommendations had a part that expressed some key recommendations for ensuring the sustainability of coastal and maritime sustainable tourism. For example, by recommending fostering a new model of recreational boating and yachting aligned with the cohesion policy principles. The promotion of the adoption of a new economic business model coming from the experience of one of our projects that is called the 3PBM methodology that has been developed specifically by one of the projects for boosting innovation, improve competitiveness, protect the environment, and favor employment in the specific sector of recreational boating and yachting sector. So we couldn't, of course, as you can understand, take the opportunity to work on sustainable tourism in a broader sense because of the specificity and the existence of a specific community on sustainable tourism, but we had the occasion to touch this sector in a specific way through these instruments and these contributions that I described.
Thank you very much. Okay, so let's start from this last policy recommendation you quoted before. So how do you think it would be possible to develop new practical proposal of transferring and capitalization, considering the opportunity offered by new programs such as the NECBC Med for the Next Med program, the Interreg Euromed program? Okay, taking into account the experience got with the tourism, the sustainable tourism, the development of a new business model, such as the one we promoted with MedArtSal, we are promoting with MedArtSal in our SAL funds, and so on. So please, thank you.
Yes, in this, I think you can also help me in describing some ideas that we already discussed together and we developed with some proposals for the coming projects. I think that we had the possibility to discuss and to develop, for example, the idea of an integration between tourism, conservation policies and business activities in some specific habitats, like salt pans and other rural and productive natural areas, which represent a cultural heritage in the Mediterranean area. The goal of this idea that we developed is to achieve, through the joint development of integrated solutions, the support of sustainable use of natural resources in anthropogenic habitats ecosystem, by promoting the sustainable tourism and the preservation and valorization of traditional, ancient and artisanal activities. I think this is an idea that can prove to be successful. We hope to be successful. We believe deeply that it can be a good way to capitalize some existing tools and some existing experiences that already had success in the Med area. So to take these, to adapt these tools and to create new possibilities in other territories with other actors is a good challenge. Yeah. I don't know if you agree, but
I do agree, and I also add that the important is to make a system between different and relevant actors in this abandoned area. I think if the best way should be the best way to push on the power of this area. I don't know if my colleagues want to add something more. I don't know.
Yes, for sure. First of all, thank you to Caterina for giving us this interesting insights. I think that you have touched many keywords, many concepts that we have gained in this experience that we have been working on and collaborate in these programs and with our projects. For sure, to work as a community is, I think it's one of the most important issue, because we have collaborated and we have, let's say, created a knowledge platform. We have shared experience and we have gained and translated it in something like a knowledge platform in terms of best practices, experiences, and we already have also tools and specific platforms that means the opportunities to go for these new proposals that could be a new framework, an integrated framework that starts from our final results. So the idea, I also agree on what you have said, is to integrate this experience to have these tools available for new proposals that would enlarge the impact of these results in terms of issues that could be that we could develop, because we have learned from MedArtSal that artisanal salinas means a great opportunity for territories, for people, of collaboration, and also for business development. And the replicability of this experience with your experience in the Blue Growth community, I think would be a very important, let's say, future for the work that we have done until now. So let me say that I hope that this collaboration, this strength that we have learned in working together would continue with this in these programs, working on the development of our experiences.
Okay. I don't know if Tiziana want to add something.
Hello, thank you. Yes, I only want to say that I agree totally with the information, the comment by my colleagues and by Caterina for the Blue Glows, for the transfer of this tool experience in our project. For example, I want to leave in the floor only one tip, because we adopt the term salinas in our project. That is not the specific word for the salt wetlands, salt pans, and so on, but it's the word used by the Spanish researcher to define the anthropogenic habitat where the evaporation of sea water was done by the human activity to produce salt. So this area is a productive area, and we adopt the terms salina to gather together the information about the environment, the peculiar environment that is the salt pan, and the human activity in so beautiful environment, so beautiful habitat, also protected by the human. This idea is applied in our project for the salt pan, but not only. We can use the same idea in other different rural areas, different territories. So it can be this idea can be transferred also in the Blue Growth community. Only one tips about this, why we use salinas in our project.
Of course. Thank you, Tiziana. And well, if nobody has also anything else to add, I will conclude our chat.
Let's say all united for Mediterranean.
Okay.
Let's say this.
Looking at next Med program, we are waiting for their suggestion and insight for a new programming period, and go Med as ever.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Right. Ciao.
Ciao, grazie.
Thank you all.